Marshawn.
What makes you most excited about the Cowboys?
Obviously, they want me. I just, obviously want to be where I'm wanted, and just excited to be able to go there and, show the NFL what's up.
What do you do when someone who lights up every room suddenly disappears? What do you do when the person who jokes, dances, loves deeply, starts running from something no one else can see? This is the story of Marshawn Kneeland, 24 years old, smiling, laughing, expecting a baby, celebrating an NFL dream. Then one night, something snapped. A police pursuit, a crash, a silent field, and a final moment no one expected. Tonight, we're going to walk through the days before everything changed. The questions no one can answer, and the signs that now feel impossible to ignore. Hit subscribe. This story needs to be told.
With the 56th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Marshawn Kneeland.
Marshawn, this is Will McClay from the Cowboys. I got somebody who wants to talk to you here in just a second.
Hey, man, I can't tell you how excited we are. You're a phenomenal fit for us.
Yes, sir.
All
I
right,
won't let you down, man. Oh, I'm here, Coach. I'm here. I appreciate it, man. I just can't wait to get down there.
O'Donnell has it blocked. Into the end zone in a race. And a touchdown. Sam Williams blocked it. Kneeland the touchdown.
It started from when I was younger. I always had that, drive, that tenacity of like, okay, I want to be on the field. I want to be on the field. You give me a second on the field, and I'm gonna show you why I belong here. So from just starting from like middle school, I had coaches telling me like, you gonna go places with this. You know what I mean? And I kind of like take pride in that, because whether they was telling me that for fake or they actually seen something that's like, shoot, now we here. I think it just like comes from as a child, just always wanted to be in there, and I tried not to take anything for granted. Sometimes it happens, and you just gotta talk to yourself and be like, I always wanted to be here, so let's not take it for granted.
Snap to Hurts, back pressure. Now they're gonna actually sack him. How about that? 94, Marshawn Kneeland.
His smile could take you to your knees. And in terms of him as an athlete, no one had a better motor.
Moms, she never complained, never talked about it, never stressed. Think about it, like she never showed us anything, you know what I'm saying? So she never, she every day came with a smile, came with love. Probably, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the hardest workers I ever know in my life. And like, did it with a smile on her face, happy. You know what I'm saying? So I really take pride in that.
Marshawn wasn't just an athlete. People close to him say he was pure energy, always smiling, always playing around, always checking in. He grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the kind of kid who didn't wait for life to happen. He chased it. Football wasn't just a sport. It was his escape, his motivation, his lifeline. Coaches say he lifted the whole team. Friends say he kept everyone laughing. Family says he was the glue. But even glue gets tired of holding broken things together. And here's the painful part. The happiest people are sometimes the best at hiding their battles. Western Michigan changed everything for him. He became the guy everyone relied on the field and off it. A leader, a motivator, a brother. By 2024, he achieved a dream millions pray for, drafted into the NFL. But success doesn't silence pain. Sometimes it makes it louder. He had a pregnant wife. He was excited, talking about names, talking about the kind of father he wanted to be. His future was big. Right until the moment it wasn't. Family noticed a shift weeks before his death. Nothing dramatic, nothing obvious, just a strange heaviness in his voice sometimes. A few quiet pauses, a smile that didn't fully reach his eyes. People now replay those moments over and over. Was he asking for help quietly? Was he tired? Was he overwhelmed? And here's the part people don't like to say out loud. Success doesn't protect you from silent battles. And fame doesn't stop a person from breaking. So, let's go back to those final 24 hours. Because this is where everything shifts. Police records say this clearly. Marshawn's girlfriend told officers he was armed. She said he had a history of mental illness, and she feared he would hurt himself. Those 3 sentences, they're the whole weight of this tragedy. And ask yourself something. What does someone sound like when they are scared a person they love might die? Their voice shakes. Their sentences break. They get desperate, and that's the kind of fear she carried. She wasn't calling because she was angry. She wasn't calling because of a fight. She was calling because she was scared of losing him. This is the part people online twist. They blame her. They drag her name. They say she should have handled it better. But if you've ever seen someone spiraling, if you've ever watched someone you love slip into a dark place, you know, there's no handbook for moments like that. Police tried to stop him during a pursuit. For reasons they never explain. They chased him. He ran. Then he fled on foot and disappeared into the night. Nobody knew where he was. Not the police. Not his family. Not even the girlfriend who made the call. And here's the hardest part. The police waited 48 hours before finding him. 48 hours of silence. 48 hours of questions. 48 hours where his family feared the worst. Imagine that. Your child. Your partner. Your friend. Missing in the dark somewhere. And nobody can tell you if he's alive. Early that Thursday morning, officers found Marshawn's body. He had died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. That was the end of the search. That was the end of the waiting. That was the end of the rising NFL dream. Everyone thought they'd watch unfold. And the worst part, he died alone. While the world thought he was untouchable, people quickly said, he had money. He had fame. He had a pregnant wife. He looked happy. He posted smiling pictures. But happiness online doesn't guarantee peace offline. And the truth is simple. Mental illness doesn't care about status. It doesn't care about talent. And it doesn't care about future plans. What matters is whether someone gets help before the spiral becomes fatal. And in Marshawn's case, the warnings were there, but the system didn't act fast enough. Chapter 8: A family left with a nightmare. While fans were arguing online, while reporters were typing headlines, while people were looking for someone to blame, his family was dealing with the real pain. A son who would never come home. A dream that would never be lived. A child who would be born without a father. A future ripped open before it even started. And that grief doesn't end in a day. Every birthday. Every game he never played. Every holiday. Every ultrasound photo. It all becomes a reminder of what could have been. Here's what breaks people the most. He asked for help in his own way. Not with words. Not with a long message. But with actions, the kind people misunderstand. Running. Avoiding. Being scared. Acting unpredictable. People think that means someone doesn't care. But in reality, it usually means they're drowning and don't know how to say it. He was talented. He was loved. He had people rooting for him. He had everything to live for. But he had pain too. And he carried it quietly. And by the time people realized how heavy it was too late. Mental health doesn't warn you politely. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it hides. And sometimes it explodes when no one is watching. A story like this isn't about scandal. It's not about blaming his girlfriend. It's not about police reports or headlines. It's about a young man who needed help, a family who tried, and a system that couldn't reach him fast enough. His death forces people to ask harder questions. Why did no one step in sooner? Why did the police wait so long? Why is mental health still something people hide until the breaking point? And how many more people slip through the cracks every year? Questions that don't have easy answers. People will remember his speed, his strength, his heart, his charisma, the future he was supposed to have. But the real lesson comes from the silence before he died. The signs people ignored. The pain nobody understood. The call for help that wasn't handled fast enough. And the reminder that sometimes the strongest people fall the hardest. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, if you've ever felt like you're breaking quietly, Please don't carry it alone. Speak up. Reach out. Let someone in. You matter far more than you think. And if you see someone struggling, don't assume they're fine because they smile. Ask them how they're doing. Ask twice. Check again. Your words might save a life. Marshawn Kneeland was loved. He was talented. He was needed. His story isn't just about how he died. It's about the life he lived and the hidden pain he carried alone. If this story touched you, subscribe and check on someone today. You never know who needs it. Rest in peace, Marshawn. Your light won't be forgotten.